workers' rights and human rights.
And is that
Hi, my name is Shimika, workers' rights is
human rights.
and is that
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform.
Hi, my name is Amanda. Workers' rights is
Human rights.
and is that
Now today, this is our first show for the year. And we are yet to go over as to what would have taken place last year. The highest crime rate ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. That is what take place. We can't deny that. No matter how much pretty talk Fitzgerald Hines could come out and talk, it was the highest crime rate ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago.
It reflects the level of violence, the state of mind of our people in a land where so much has been spent on education, so much has been done in terms of the work of NGOs, faith-based organizations. Culturally, so much has been invested in us, and yet we were able to produce violence.
The immediate reaction from Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines when asked about the brazen attack on the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway that left 4 people dead. The minister lamented the reality of the situation, saying situations like these leave many traumatized.
It really generates a lot of fear and discomfort. It interferes with the way all of us would like to conduct our life's affairs, our business, our recreation, our educational pursuits. This one happened close to UE, and so the unfortunate story goes. So the matter is, as far as I'm aware, under police investigation.
Minister
And the thing about it is this, because I'm going in one time hitting. The thing about it is this, in any other country, the Minister of National Security would have been fired from his job. We are playing a game here in Trinidad and Tobago. We are playing to the effect that, alright, who we like the most, we stand up for them regardless of what wrongs they might do. And what I am saying today, ladies and gentlemen, is simply this. God is watching. And no matter what we say, or no matter what we do, or no matter how much people out there trying to subpoena us to these pre-action protocol letters, so we could come out and apologize to them within the public domain. But we have a surprise for some of these people and them. Something that they're not expecting. Something that they ain't gonna think that somebody like us are going to do, because we would have done our homework on around certain laws of Trinidad and Tobago. We would have done our homework even before we start broadcasting. We would have done our homework concerning certain things. So it had no way that certain things could try to pen we up certain way. Because no matter what you try, we are going to deliver the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, we would have lost a lot of friends, because you have to understand this in the people. There are certain people that start with you that will not end with you. And we could go right back to the Christ. He had 12, but one was a Judas. And there are people that is benefiting from this system that is broken. So we are going to receive a certain resistance from certain people. We know that. So when I stand up here on a platform to talk, I know I am at risk because the amount of threats I does be getting on a daily basis, it is astronomical. And the people that are reporting these threats too, they laughing from the time I leave the office. Because there are certain people I sure that is praying for my downfall, and in a previous video in which I was to take down, I would have mentioned the factor that this, if they find my body somewhere underneath a ditch somewhere in the bush, 10-1 is a police hit. There are certain evidence in which we have stored up and locked up for the appropriate time, and we are waiting. We are waiting for when that time comes, so it will be dropped strategically. Or you interfere it, man, or you go see. Or you go see how much police blocks that have in Trinidad and Tobago. Or you will see on tape police going on certain blocks to collect money. Why? And the people and them that ordering us to do certain things within the public domain, in which we would have tried to solicit or try to get the information through a particular means so we could deliver it to you, so I could see that we lying. We already have these evidence already. Just know that. Just know that. You see, when we come here and speak, you see, when I particularly come here and speak, it's not because I want to do it, you know, because by nature I am an introvert. I only come here because there is no other way, no other choice. So I came here and decided to stand up regardless of what it might cost me. Regardless of that, I done lost everything already. Everything. Even before this platform, because when I decide to stand up for my rights, I lost my job and I lost $112,000 just like that. The reason why I'm hitting you these things in parts, there are certain legal constraints that is preventing us from this time from divulging all these information within the public domain. And as I say, anytime you hear it, there are certain information that will be released strategically from out of this country and from within the belly of the beast, this country too. So don't feel that, you know, you could do certain things and the thing go a repercussion. But you will see for yourself the type of nastiness and the corruption that is taking place with your judicial system within Trinidad and Tobago. You remember Andrea Barrett? Come now, man. Come now, man. Now, as we are on the heels with this, there are certain things that we was observing throughout Trinidad and Tobago in which we would have seen these people and them playing dangerous games with these firecrackers. I only hope that nothing happened to nobody. I only hope that nothing happened to nobody. And as a forehand, we would have talked about the incident in which we would have gotten confirmation concerning a particular incident that would have taken place yesterday on the highway. And I, a matter of fact, are going to divulge this to you here today. Or you would have seen some police officers on the highway yesterday with a put certain person on culverts. And or you would have been wondering, what is that? And right here, we would have broadcast this very said information. And we would have stand corrected by some of the personnel. Kudos to you, police officers, who are doing your job outside it. And to those that is rotten eggs, we pray that you will get your come-upness, or you receive your just recompense when the time is right. Now let us go straight into this video. Director, go to the video there. Now this was a report here in which we would have receiving confirmation report that the incident at Curep interchange of the highway was a result of police escorting a crew of 7 gang from the airport to avoid a repeat of the highway shooting. A new police team seen the unmarked police with guns and did not know they was police, and big bacchanal on the highway when they tried to pull them over. Now these are things that you ain't gonna know. The average public, the average member of the public ain't gonna know things like this. There is a world and there is an underworld that existing right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And that underworld is what they are constantly trying to hide from you. The underworld that is uncaring, and they will shoot you in an instant. And there are some that do things for their own benefit, will feast off the carcass of your demise. So when you locked up 10, 15 years in a jail, and you know you was locked up on wrongfully, there are people that is set up, there are agencies that is set up in place. They say, but you would have made a blunder here. The other pay XYZ or otherwise. And deals going on behind the scene. This is a fact. But you have to understand what is going on with your judicial system in Trinidad and Tobago. We have about 1.5 million people. It could be less or it could be more, because the population of Trinidad and Tobago is decreasing rapidly, which can have a lot of negative and positive connotation, but it more leaning negatively. But anyway, if you seeing that this thing here is taking place within your country, where they are not telling you certain things, in which they are not exposing certain things to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, or you have to understand who have your best interests. And as I would have said, there are people that is waiting to feast off of the carcasses of your demise. And what is going on with your judicial system is that Trinidad is so small that magistrates, lawyers, judges, all of them know one another. When you have a little CPET gang and everybody having Christmas party together and bouncing, or you think now what you think does be going on in the high court, in the low court, in the magistrate court? They are having Christmas party too. And it's not only the staffing of these court system, it's the lawyers too that is involved in certain cases. Sometimes it's an intermarrying between a lawyer and a magistrate or a judge. And what you think going on take place when they have a matter before these judges is a cesspool of immorality that is taking place here in Trinidad and Tobago, in which justice could never be served. It's deals that is cutting behind the line. This one having a deal with that one, and that one having a deal. They are not really fighting cases. It's a deal behind the scene. There are certain people I'm going to read between the lines for, you know, because I know somehow you're catching on. Somehow you're catching on and understanding what's taking place here. It's deals that is taking place behind the scene time and time again. And you like the little fool feeling this one really fighting for me. This is a job to some of these lawyers and them. And the job is who can make the best, because it's a thing in Trinidad and Tobago. Who are the best riding car? Who are the most expensive vehicle, the nice lavish house? Most of them big house and them they're underutilized. Just open empty room spaces. Some of them want to run from it. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Some of them would have said, boy, we will give anything to live like you. To live that life in which you have no fear. But it's not that if I have no fear, you know. I understand the consequences of my actions. I understand where this thing is going. Moses would have been carded with the responsibility to lead the people out of bondage. And he was never carded with entering the promised land. Although there are people here that is coming out and with us side by side, because it's not me alone. If it was me the first month I done this talking thing, because it's working more better in Trinidad and Tobago for you to be conformative to the nonsense that is taking place. You'll get a job. You're going to be able to fight up with the system. You kiss a bam bam day, you kiss a pam bam day. So, and they put you in some nice position. It's more profitable to be a conformist. But it's hard to live on the outside here and be opposing to the system in which we are seeing that is flawed. It's hard because nobody want to stand up with you because you're affecting their life. The nice car, the 5-star restaurant, they're stopping that. Because we have become selfish in Trinidad and Tobago to a certain degree. Very few people coming out and saying, all right, yeah, we go do this, we go do that, we go help this one, we go help that one. And in concordance to one of my good friends, which, you know, we had a little falling out because of a difference of opinion. And when somebody decides to take our opinion seriously and have no care for someone else's perspective on a situation, things like this does happen. So he would have said this: when your problem don't affect my lifestyle, you don't give a damn about me, and that is the truth. That is the truth. So we could come here and fight on a daily basis, call for help, call for you to join us to help you. Many of you went rally to the call because some of you have become weak. Some of you would have begotten or have Stockholm syndrome. And some of you simply don't have the fight within you. Some of you too don't even understand that you need to fight. Some of you, the reality ain't dawned on you as yet. Because in concordance to the philosophers of time past, the world sometimes could be in a turmoil, that you so insulated from that turmoil that you don't understand in Maduro the other day would have tried a bluff on the Caribbean island, testing the waters. Although it wasn't Kamala's place to jump up and say this, you touch one, you touch all, and them kind of thing. It was really and truly the Prime Minister supposed to say that, which didn't have the testicular fortitude in my book. Maduro, Venezuela would have been having the biggest army in this Caribbean. So he would have made a desperate grab towards Grenada. Sorry if I think. I'm going into this and correct myself because you didn't want to make a statement. Yes, Guyana. The dispute between Venezuela and Guyana. If you are a historian, you would understand what Maduro would have tried. King Philip, which was the father of Alexander the Great, was known for notorious acts like this, in which he would negotiate whilst advancing, take desperate grabs at certain parcel of land, kingdom, and places, and then when he re-enter negotiation on terms that is favorable to him, they would have negotiated. All right, I ain't really worried about one in on a particular deal. Problem, reaction, solution. David Eagles. And we could go in straight into Edward Bernays' propaganda. Hitler, Mein Kampf. Sigmund Freud, which is the author of it all, in which they would have created a problem and present a particular solution and start to negotiate. We could go straight into the Rockefeller family and how they would have secured their fortune in terms when they start Standard Oil, they buy up all the railways, the oil system, the tracks, the everything. Donald Trump would have talked about it in one of his books, in which he would have said, hey, why you study the building and get the land under the building? The fish that eat the whale. And I could go on and on and on and on and on and on with certain books and certain history that was explained that we could draw information from. It's something similar that Maduro would have tried in Trinidad in this last time here. So seeing that this is the thing, people, I want to take up too much of your time. I would like to tell you thanks for listening to us and for following us. Them who would have meet up all in Point, Labre, San Fernando, Port of Spain, Arima. Thanks for inviting us. I hope many of you have a blessed year this year. and you move from one area to the next, prospering underneath the shadow of the Almighty. And with this, I would have wished, my wish for this year, for me, for myself, is to see me and my family come close together again. To all that is outside there, son that I don't see, that I fight hard for in the court, I hope that the Father bless you. Not hope, but I pray that He bless you and keep you safe. And I pray that you grow up to be the man, a good man, a man that is worthy God's blessing to you, my dear son. Aaron, all my sister, my father, I hope you're in a better place. Sister Susan, your daughter look just like you. And to all who does pray for me. Sister Elizabeth, Cham, Redman, to everyone, I hope this year bring many of you blessings and prosperity. I hope that this matter is resolved, that I can see my son. And I'm promising you this. There may be a match in which Renison Jeffrey are going to match from Point Forth in court to the High Court in Port of Spain. Stay tuned for time and date, because I plan to do this in about 2 or 3 days, non-stop match. Justice must be served to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, regardless to who, what. To everyone, God's blessing to all. Thanks for listening. Get bound to listen to this. None of you doing bound to listen to this, because I just a drop in the bucket, one speck of sand on the seashore. But I am grateful still to our many listeners, many subscribers. My name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. Like, share, and subscribe.